On healing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Us as black people, especially black men, we all do need counseling. Right. Because it's a lot of shit that we hold in. You feel what I'm saying? Being as men, because we was taught, you know, not be vulnerable and be tough, you know what I mean? Handle shit on your own. So a lot of shit you go around and you just being angry, you know, at things about you, and you take it out on other people. You know, at the time, Gucci, you know, I have a buddy of mine that spent time with Gucci, like being around him and everything. My man right now, he got footage, everything, just being around Gucci. Like, the motherfucker was a nut. Gucci was a nut. You know what I mean? Jeezy was a go-getter in the street. He was getting money. You know, both of them had shit on it, you know, on their record. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, Jeezy getting himself together. Gucci Mane got himself together. So basically that time that they took to get themselves together really brought out the best outcome of the whole thing, because at the end, you know, they've been made up, by the way. They've been made up before that happened. But just getting the shit off their chest, face to face, you know what I'm saying, was it showed me that black men with differences at the end of the day can sit down and talk. You know what I mean? That ain't the only talk that they had. Just because of that, they had a show enough man-to-man talk. You know what I mean? Rick Ross had a lot to do with that. As far as what I heard, Rick Ross had a lot to do with that.
Yeah, like, hold up, say now, what would you say when people say, "But hold up, Jeezy got somebody to go kill him"? Why should you extend the olive branch, either be his friend? What you say about that?
Well, you know, the unwritten laws of the street. You know what I mean? If you really had an OG that talked to you, you know what I mean? It was certain shit that just, you know, we was taught. If a nigga kill your man, you don't put no money on nigga head and none of that. You go handle that shit yourself. So in Jeezy case, you know, he was mature enough to go, you know what, I'm not in the street life no more, so them rules don't apply to Jeezy no more. You know what I mean? Gucci ain't in that life no more, so them rules don't apply to him no more. It's different when you got that bag and you can do whatever with it. You know, them niggas ain't even got to be in Atlanta. But it's just certain shit in the street code where as though that shit can't fly. You can't even be in the room with a nigga that killed your man. You know what I'm saying? That's how a lot of shit go down behind the wall. You know what I mean? Niggas kill on the street. They get in the joint. Their cell buddy is the nigga that they killed on the street, brother or cousin. You feel what I'm saying? So that rules apply to that. As far as Jeezy and Gucci go as now, you know, they'd be throwing their whole shit away. Now, if Jeezy would have reacted in a different way, he would have threw his whole fucking career, everything that he worked hard for away.
Now, let me talk.
Gucci the same.
Let's talk about that. Now, as all right, when Gucci laid them his diss tracks down, right? At the beginning, he was kind of like he was almost either setting the tone or he was going to sabotage the whole thing. How you those? Because Gucci got the kids, Gucci got the young men right now.
Right.
When Jeezy de-escalated the whole thing, right? And the kids was looking at you seen online how they was reacting to it.
Saying he's soft and all this and all that.
Talk to me a little bit about that.
Jeezy ain't soft, man. He just got a lot to lose. You know what I mean? If you got millions and millions of dollars in property and you done came from whatever hood you done came from and you up here now you can just do whatever you want to do, you're a boss. You wouldn't throw that shit all away just because the nigga said some shit. You know what I mean? And not only that, real men play chess. You know what I mean? It's a million ways to skin a cat. You feel what I'm saying? So if Jeezy would have reacted in any other way, you got sponsors and all this other shit to lose. And what you gonna lose it for some street niggas or niggas on the internet doing this? Because they gonna love you, but then your album bullshit. Then they gonna turn around, oh man, that nigga album bullshit. I ain't buying that Jeezy shit. That shit bullshit. You feel what I mean? So you guys should do what's best for yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? You guys should do what's best for yourself in that situation. And like I said, they had that talk earlier. In the song The Truth, if you listen to the song The Truth, Gucci tell you in the song, this ain't a diss record. This is just the truth. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of shit that flew over people's head. When Gucci was talking about the $10,000 outfit, he wasn't really talking about the outfit. He was talking about the money that was put on his head. He weighing that. The money that was put on my head, I'm weighing that because I buried the nigga. You know what I mean? It ain't, and you know, it ain't what he said, it's how he said it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But all the go hard, tough shit, you know.
Let's speak on that because
it's crazy.
Jeezy spoke on, you know, the egos. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. As us as black men, and even our kids.
Listen, man.
The ego will be a detriment to yourself. Creation of a man. Speak on.
The ego. You got to destroy that ego. That ego is gonna get you nowhere. One thing my OG told me, he said, pride will get you nowhere. You know what I mean? He like, yo, it's dudes that want to be a part of what you doing and really don't know how to express themselves to you. So they might do something whereas though you look at it as, you judge it as a bad move. And then when you get to the person and you catch him in that moment and it's just you and him and he talking, the whole time he could have just been like, he'd be like, yo, you know what I mean? I don't want no beef, but it was just such and such and such happened. But what really happened is he really wanted to meet you. Right. You know what I mean? But instead of him coming to you saying, look, Doug, I see everything you doing over here. I want to be a part of that. You feel what I'm saying? They got their pride. So right. Their pride to be like, let me give you a situation. This is how it was. Dudes was out on the corner. Come out on the corner, it's another dude out there. You know what I mean? Dude ain't from around there, but dude trying to handle his business. So they're like, yo, you can't do that around here. But the dude that gave him the blessing was a higher up dude. You feel what I'm saying? So it's conflict between these two on their level.
Right.
So the dude could have came to the dude that he had the conflict with and had a discussion or talk about it, but he chose, I'm just gonna go out there. You feel what I'm saying? So he really wanted to be a part of that crew. Okay. So now his pride, he was so much of a pride guy, and he had a name before he went to jail, and he thinking when he come home that shit was old to him. You feel what I'm saying? Instead of forgetting with the dude and talking it out, yo just try to make a move on his own with the pride thing. You feel what I'm saying? So, like I said, sometimes people do shit when they really want to meet you, because all he did was hear about the other dude. He just heard about him, never seen him. He just heard about him. So when dude finally came around, the dude seen yo, they talk, bam, 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 and all the time it was like, all right, yo, I see who you is. I know who you is. Bam, my bad. Blah, blah, blah. I ain't mean to, get in there with your mans and them. Now the whole situation is over with. You feel what I mean? So a lot of this ego shit is the main thing that's killing these dudes out here, because it's like with the Instagram, somebody recording a fight, young kid get beat up, you know what I mean? They joking him. Now he's so hurt and he don't know how to deal with his emotions. Now he want to go kill something.
Now let's talk about that. As far as the emotional and things of, all right, we can say one thing about the kids. However, they come from us.
Mm-hmm. Right? That's it.
At the end of the day, I think we, not only us, the ones before us too, everybody plays a part in this. So a lot
from the 80s on up.
Yeah. So a lot of times, I may even go back to the 70s. Yeah. Don't say nothing. Yeah. Take it out the house. But the 80s really took everything out of perspective, because like in the 70s and 60s, it was a lot of heroin, straight cocaine, and people was respectful about how they go about their business. The 80s was like, they was young kids, they was 15, 16, getting money. See, I'm looking at it like this. I understand what you're saying. You talking about like outside. I took it all the way back to the 70s, because we got going on in our own household that we ain't get straight.
Right.
All that's going on within family. You know what I'm saying? Don't say this. You got the uncle. It used to go like this. Uncle such and such live downstairs. Just don't go downstairs with him. Mm-hmm. You know he crazy. Everybody know he crazy. Oh, he did something with this cousin or that cousin.
Yeah.
Around.
So that's what I'm working on now. Project I'm starting to write called Broken.
Yeah.
And if you've seen that, I posted up there, it got a lot, it's tackling a lot of them issues. Coming up, my mom was on crack. My father ain't started getting high till late in his life. You know what I mean? But the thing is, you never know what drove them people to do what they do. Uncle on heroin, you feel what I mean? So you never know. So in school, me knowing that my mom got high, I held that shit inside. I held my pain inside, because it felt like I was the only one. And then when you see another kid mom come, you like, damn, I seen her copping too. Yo mother get high too. So now it's more like, damn, and that's my man. So I'm like, damn, that's my man. Your mom get high, okay, bam. I ain't the only one going through this. You know what I mean? But it ain't no discussion
between y'all two, or how
right
feel, how that make you
right, how you make each other feel. So as a black man, you hold that shit in, and you grow up your whole life with a part of that in. You know what I mean? Asking a lot of questions. That's why as you get older, you be so surprised and shocked at shit when you find out the truth. And like now, like generations back, they can hide the truth from you. Right now, you can't hide the truth because everybody got a fucking cell phone, Google, jig, they got the information right there. The number one thing I say is just having the courage to find somebody to talk to. You know what I mean? Therapy is much needed in our community. Like, it should be some shit everybody get to go to therapy at least twice a week, whatever. You should go to therapy because it helps, and it shows that it helped with the Jeezy and the Gucci shit. It shows that it helped. Don't wait to go to jail.
People say, "Tell you what you talking about? I don't want to go talk to no white man or no lady talking about how they
You ain't gotta talk. You ain't gotta talk to a white man.
Look, this is.
I know what you're saying. You ain't gotta talk to the white man. You can talk to that person with that knowledge. Like what changed me a lot is talking to dope fiends, because they might be a dope fiend, but they smart than a motherfucker. You feel what I mean? They know a lot of shit. You know what I mean? I got a lot of good wisdom through them dudes. A lot of good books to go read. You know what I mean? You learn a lot. Like, you know, when I first started out in the game, yeah, you disrespect them because that's what you was taught. Keep them in the dope line, cuss at them, fuss at them, everything. But like one day I really had a one-on-one with a guy. He's sniffing his blow and we just sitting there in the park, chilling, tripping, and just talking. And I'm like, yo, what made you really do that shit?
Right.
And yo said, you know, I lost my son, I lost my girl, my son, my daughter in a car accident. And I said, damn, how would I feel? You know what I mean? And like some people can't handle that pressure. And this was and yo was like, yo was showing me, yo was an electrician and everything. So yo was making good money. He just had a fucking breakdown, nervous breakdown. You feel what I mean? And he like, yo, I do this shit to take away the pain. You feel what I mean? This shit take away the pain. Like if I'm too sober, I can't deal with life. So you have to understand where a person come from to really do that. You know what I mean? And I had the same conversation, you know, with my mom's like, you know, what made you do that? She was just like the heartbroken, the failures. You know what I mean? I try to accomplish things in life, and every time I got to a door, it was slammed in my face. You know what I mean? So
shit, man, I can speak on that myself. Look, I ain't cracking and dope, nothing like that, but I was gone at one point. It was, and it was. I had to go sit down myself and get therapy, and had to peel back some shit. The therapy, this peeled all the way back. I ain't like how my basketball shit ended, how my basketball career ended.
Right. We all know that shit.
I ain't touch a ball. I ain't want to talk about basketball. I ain't tell my kids about basketball. None of that. That's how I affected. When I see people on the street, I'm going, oh, I don't even feel like hearing this. I don't even want to talk.
Right.
Wait, it's time to party. Just to stay away from that shit. But then I'm like,
right.
Hold up, that ain't Ted. You know what I'm saying? I catch myself like, hold up. It's more to Ted than just basketball. But I gotta stop beating up myself in order to get past that. You see what I'm saying? Because I be feeling sorry for myself. When you feel sorry for yourself, you're gonna fail. You know what I'm saying? When you're waiting for motherfuckers to help you do something for you, you're gonna fail, man. Until you get past it, I ain't telling my story yet.
Man, listen, you think every athlete in Baltimore City got a story that didn't make it. You feel what I mean? That didn't make it. And they can sit down right now and be putting that shit in their head. They put in the time, they put in the grind. Some of them had the grades, and the shit just didn't work out. But all they know was that, because that was your escape. Right. 80s, 90s, early 2000s, that was our escape. We didn't have cell phones and shit like that. It was go to school, come home, the rec, basketball, whatever, just to get away. You feel what I mean? So when you don't make it, you sit back and you gotta find out, you know, questions start coming through your head. Yo, what I'm good at. Yeah. And everything that you think that you good at, you so used to the basketball reaction of shit going like this for you good. And when you get that shit to go, nope, nah, you ain't good as you thought you was in this. You know what I mean? So you like, fuck it, on to the next thing. Right. And you're gonna keep going on and on and on and on and on and on and on to the next thing, because you're gonna keep repeating yourself until you deal with what you have to deal with inside. Right. Until you had that conversation with that guy in the mirror, that's when shit get real. You know what I mean? It's a lot of guys, yo, you know, that you can be around them and you can feel when you watching an NBA game or you watching the draft, that motherfucker sitting there going, damn. Yeah. Fucked up, this or that. So it's that shit will haunt you. And you know, everybody, you know, we all joined the party scene. You know, after I left Lebet, you know what I mean? I kept telling them, yeah, I'll be back. You know what I mean? I got back home. Shit was totally different. I'm getting more comfortable at home. Next thing I know, months go by. I'm like, damn, that was fast. I'm ready to go back. Nope. months then went by. You feel what I mean? So now you got to live with the decisions that you make. And that's another thing, yo. A lot of us made some decisions that we wish we can go back on. You feel what I'm saying? When we was in Oklahoma at camp, up there at the camp, I had a guy. It was a couple of coaches, right? And they was like, "Yo, what school you go to?" You know what I mean? Because we only bought a certain amount of players, and this was like our first year going in. So it was just like, you know, what school you go to? You know how you run in the game and they ask you during the game, and I'm just totally ignoring the motherfuckers being a dick. Just being a dick. You feel what I mean? Like, man, go ahead, ain't nobody man. It's come to find out it was the head coach of Oklahoma or Marquette, and that's when I found out how the word can get out on you. Yeah. And that shit had passed around because they kept asking who is this guy? Who is this guy? You know what I mean? And then my coach came to me, was like, you know, that's a D1 coach. This and that. I'm like, I'm not thinking. I'm in the game, so I'm in the heat of the moment. You know what I mean? We was battling with what's the boy? Yo, he ended up making the pros too. Tony Bobbitt. That was his name. He was nasty.
Y'all was
Tony Bobbitt.
Y'all was small down there. It was team.
Yeah, but see, that wasn't even our team. It was just a group of guys that was coming to the JUCO camp. So we was the guys that was out. They put us together on a team.
Okay.
That wasn't even our team. They just made a team up. Like, you know how you go to 5-star camp. If you ain't come with your clique, they start teaming y'all up with other people like that. So that's what it was. It was a team up thing. But not to get out the subject or anything, but it was just making them mistakes. You know what I mean? Feeling big-headed. You know what I mean? I'm not ashamed to say it. I was big-headed. Had an ego because I had set my mind and like, yo, this is my last chance. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going hard. I'm just going to go hard, but I went too hard at the time. So just little shit like that. You made a mistake. You know what I mean? And you got to learn from it. Because if you don't learn from it, you're going to constantly keep making that mistake.
This is what I want. This how I want my platform to go. Mm-hmm. You hate to make a mistake. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What you do when you after you make that mistake. You know what I'm saying? And then
that's it.
It's like sometimes playing sports, and then when the sports are over, sometimes you have a lot of people you can talk to when you playing. Mm-hmm. When you go through them trials and trails, everybody gone.
Everybody separate yourself.
Separate yourself from you. However, that's why I want this platform. I'm like, listen, man. When you go, for those that feel like they out there by themselves, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You keep making dumbass decisions when you young and you by yourself. Hold up. Just like, see, boys ain't taught. Hold on, let me go to my man. And yo, this is what's going on with me. At 19 and 20, you ain't thinking that. You thinking like, I gotta make this shit happen because I can do this. I ain't weak.
Right.
Whatever. That's how we think. But sometimes everybody need a support system and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
The ones that don't, I'll be wanting them. The ones that don't have the support system, bring themselves over here. I got a kid, right? I can't say his name because I work with him. Whatever. Mm-hmm. He boxed. He got a bullet in his neck. I'm talking. Nice. Friday he would, and I'll try to talk to him later on this week and see if he could keep on boxing with the bullet in his neck. Mm-hmm. About hands. To the point, how you even get in trouble? He tell boys the little games that the police play, things this, that, and the third. But he know he got in trouble, so he know I made the mistake, so I gotta handle my business. But I do see the light in the box, and I tell him, I said, listen, man, sometimes you get one shot coming from Baltimore. You be lucky to get, you know what I'm saying? You take that first one and you go. Mm-hmm. Small steps and baby steps.
That's it.
It ain't nothing in life easy. Real.
And especially this generation, thinks shit supposed to happen overnight. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, I took my daughter bowling, and she couldn't get it right. Kept throwing the ball and she was just ready to quit. And I'm telling her, like, yo, this your first time. You know what I mean? It's your first time. You're not gonna come out and be perfect on your first time.
Right.
You know what I mean? It take practice to get it. And as we kept playing, she kept getting better. She kept getting better. Then she started to understand. You know what I mean? So you definitely got to install that. And shorty, like, look, I'm going to take you to the hospital, get you looked at. Would he be able to, you know, continue on with this bullet in his neck? Is it going to damage anything? You know what I mean? What's the chances? What's the risk we looking at? They going to give you a percentage of chances of, you know what I mean? What can happen? What if this happened? What if that happened? You know what I mean? So that'll be my advice to you, is to go with him. You feel what I mean? And that's another thing, like, us as black men, we don't go check on our health. You feel what I'm saying? And
I'm glad you spoke. I'm glad you said that, because we can lead right into this next segment with the health. And listen, people, when y'all want to know about your health, I'm talking about organic stuff. Take away. Let me stop rambling.
Deeply rooted herbs. That's what I do. That's my business. Just trying to help us black men with a lot of disorders that we have, for high blood pressure, diabetes, memory fog, asthma, erectile dysfunction. You know what I mean? I can help you with all of that shit. And like I told you, it definitely works. Guarantee everything's work, but you got to put the work in. Shit ain't gonna happen overnight. If you're 40 years old, you've been doing shit the way you've been doing for over 40 years, don't expect for it to change in a couple of weeks or a couple of months. It's a process. As long as you start the process, that's the best thing about it. And starting the process is going to your doctor, getting a checkup. You want to get checked for cancer. You want to get checked for blood pressure. You want to see how well the blood is going through your body. You want to make sure you ain't got blood clots. None of that. You feel what I'm saying? And that's very, very, very important, because a lot of things can be healed. And you'd be shocked that the shit that can heal you is right around in your reach.
Elaborate on that. Give them some examples.
As far as like cancer, dandelion tea. That same little yellow flower that you kicked around outside as a kid and popped the top off, one of the most, it kills cancer cells like in 8 hours. Right. You know what I mean? So you gotta, and like I tell everybody, just don't take my word for it. Go do your own research. You know what I mean? Your research is probably different from mine. You might find something that I missed. You know what I mean? Then you can bring it back to my attention, and now I'm grown, and vice versa. So you grown. You know what I mean? I had my scare probably about 30 years old. I kept waking up pissing. Like one night, I think I pissed about 10 times. And I'm like, damn, I ain't even drink this much water. And that's another thing, water too. We're going to get to that. Go to the hospital. It's like I'm on the borderline of having diabetes. So what can I do? Oh, you can take this medicine. You can take this medicine. You can take this medicine, this medicine, this medicine. I'm like, man, it got to be a better way. So come on the internet, see Dr. CB. I'm looking at it. Boom. Start looking at other people. KT, the high arc degree. Been fucking with him. My man Enoch, been fucking with him. And I said, all right, let me try this shit. So my guy down in Florida, my man Congo, man, this motherfucker super educated on this shit. Like, this how I got my herbal license. Fucking with him, learning through him. Yo was just like showing me so much shit that they was just like, wow, for real, like that? How can that possibly help? Like, listen, yo, it helped. So I just did what he told me to do. And man, next time I went to the hospital, no trace of that shit. No trace. Diabetes, wasn't pissing like that. The main thing that I found out though about black men is black people really is low in vitamin D. And that's not getting enough sunshine. You can get natural vitamin D from sunshine, and also it's called sun glazing, where you just stare at the sun. Remember how they used to tell you it was bad to stare at the sun? Nah. Do your research on it. You'll find out it's not bad to stare at the sun. They call it sun gazing. We are people of the sun. Yeah. So you got to understand that.
Phil Valentine had put me onto that. Sun gazing thing. Hey, but I want you to elaborate more on a sea moss.
Oh man, shit.
I seen the lad. He showed me the lad. What I mean, got it. He got it. But I mean, y'all need to get his address, get whatever. I'll at him, man. But go ahead.
This is the thing about CMOS, right? I've been doing CMOS in my early stages of having the diabetes. That shit helped real fast too. A couple things Dr. Seaweed was wrong about with the CMOS. It doesn't have 92 minerals. Your body is not made up of 102 minerals. Now, remember we used to go to, when you had science in high school, you had that periodic table, which is minerals, gases, liquids, and metals. That's what your body is made of, gas, liquid, metal. So it's 92 elements. So instead of minerals, your body is made of 92 elements. That's your elements right there. Ooh. So the minerals in that chart, it's like 16. I think it's 16 minerals in that chart. That's just what your body is made up of. That's what your body needs to continuously, constantly to go on. And it's like when you get that urge, when you like, yo, I'm hungry, I feel like I'm hungry. You're really not hungry for food. You're hungry for minerals. You know what I mean? So CMOS gives you the proper minerals. You got CMOS and you got Irish moss. So what I do is with the CMOS, my CMOS comes straight from Honduras, Dr. CB Peoples. Shout out to my guy Peter. The CMOS breaks things down in your body and flushes it out, cleans it out. You know, the Conjus crispus, which is Irish moss, that builds your body, that keep you hydrated, and help build your muscle and everything. So that's what I take now. You know what I mean? If you have ulcers, stomach problems, Conjus crispus is great for that.
Let me ask you, if you just start out with the regular sea moss or the Irish?
Well, every time I deal with somebody, you know, I always sit them down to talk to them. If you dealing with people with CMOS and they can't hold an educational conversation about CMOS with you, they just hustling. You know what I mean? And it ain't no diss to nobody. But if you selling something, you should know everything about that product. You get to think, oh, yo, you got bad CMOS, you got good CMOS. Yeah, but, you know, all CMOS ain't bad. You know, some people just lied about the benefits of it. But you got some CMOS that is pool raised. That's the bad one. Anything that was just pool raised. But over the years, CMOS start to evolve. That means it's going to change its shape. It's going to change its colors and all that. So there's over 1,000 different types of CMOS. There's over 1,000 different types of seaweed. So some people are like, oh, no, I don't fuck with that. That's the bullshit kind. And you'll know the bullshit kind because it's real cheap. It's real cheap to get. And it really don't have, it got some of the minerals, but it don't have all of them. So if you got 16 in them, you're probably getting 3 or 4.
All right. Okay.
You know what I mean? You're probably getting 3 or 4 out of it because they've been whacked and it's not getting the natural minerals that it was getting from the bottom of the ocean. Like when they go to get the CMOS that I go get, they go deep out into the water and they dive deep down and they pulling it off rocks. You know what I mean? When I get mine and I clean it out, you might see baby seahorses, little shells, little snail shells, and rocks off of it. Mine is also being tested for metals and any other thing that's hazardous out there. A lot of people are just getting CMOS that's not even tested for metals and other things like that. When I get mine, it comes like in a big ass haystack, and they got papers with it stating it's been tested for metals, this, and that.
Yep.
So
safe.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking at the comments. Now some say black men don't want to go to the hospital. So
but see, that's it. You see, that's the thing. Like for herbalists, right? This is what we say. We can't help you because we don't have the machines that the doctors have. You see what I'm saying? So you go to the doctors to get diagnosed.
Right.
So what the doctor gonna tell you is, yo, you got this, you got that, you got this. Once you get that information, then you come to us. Okay. Then when we sit down, we go, all right, boom. We look up what's good for this, what's good to this, how to cure this, and how to cure that. You know what I mean? Now, not being a doctor, I can't say, yo, I'm gonna heal you. You know what I mean? But what we can say is we're gonna find out how we can cure this. You know what I mean? If it's curable or anything like that, which 9 times out of 10 it is. You know what I mean? But the number one thing that they had turned around against us to make us not to be healthy as we want to be is by the way we eat.
All right.
You know, vegetable oil, corn oil, all that shit helps you get into a mood where you're gonna get a heart attack.
What type of things we should be cutting out our diet? Which type of things we should cut out of our diet once we get up at age? Like, I'm 40. Just turned 40, and I know I can't eat but so much beef. I know that because it breaks down too much. Pork things stink, and they ain't even my flow. But I do eat bacon with my breakfast. The chicken, sometimes I ain't even gonna lie, I get tired of chicken.
Yeah, you get tired of it, but you know what I mean? It's just like, and another thing, like dealing with a spiritual realm of it is, whatever animal you eat, if that animal is about to be slaughtered and it's fearful of its life, and it goes, and you eat that meat, the same shit's gonna happen to you. It's no lie. You can look it up. No, that chicken scared it. Yeah, it's no lie. When that chicken about to get that shit cut and he kirking out and wilding out, you eat that chicken while his nerves is like that shit gonna happen to you. You know what I mean?
That can go over some head. But don't
yeah, it's gonna fly. It's gonna fly over people's head. And like I said, don't take my word for it. Go look it up. We ain't just talking about Google. Go look it up though. I would definitely say at the age of 30, 35, you should be wanting to change your eating, because as you get older, you start to lose enzymes, and that's what help you digest your food. Now, if you're taking a probiotic, or you taking like apple cider vinegar, or you taking bitters, I'm gonna send you my website so you can post it up. I got the bitters on the website. You taking the bitters, that all that stuff there is to help you digest your food, and it ain't nothing but roots and barks. You know what I mean? That's helping. You wanna go really to like damn near vegan, damn near, you know. You want to have a lot of vegetables, a lot of fresh vegetables. You want to change your cooking oil to avocado oil. You don't want to cook coconut oil, but you really want to go with it like something like an avocado oil, something like that to go, you know, cooking. Olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, that's good. So you want to cook your fried foods and that's much more better. You want to stay away from the bread. You want to stay away from the white shit. Bread, white rice, a lot of starches and proteins, because that's what really help you get really a part of diabetes. Because I used to eat a lot of fucking bread and potatoes. You taking that weight gainer bullshit from GNC, that shit'll raise your cholesterol level. You know what I mean? So if you want to do if you want to gain muscle, just go to Mom's.
Because I can't. It's hard for me to pick up weight unless I use some gain weight type shit. Like I still drink Ensure. You know what I'm saying?
Now check this out. A gorilla is one of the strongest fucking animals on the earth. Motherfucker don't eat no meat. So why should you? You see what I'm saying? You got plant-based protein that'll help you gain weight. You can buy that. Make your shakes with that, plant-based. Amino acids. Buy that. You know what I mean? So it's other ways of doing it. You know what I mean? They just tricking you into spending your money to buy that shit. But if you wanna go with a meal plan, you know what I mean? Just involve a lot of vegetables and fruit. And fasting. Like me, I don't eat nothing after 8 o'clock. Okay. From 8 o'clock to 2 o'clock the next day, I don't start eating till 2 o'clock.
Why?
Because I let my body fast. Now, when you fasting, you're giving your digestive system enough time to relax. Now, I'm going to break it down to you. You wake up in the morning, 7 a.m., right? You eat sausage, cheese, egg, pancakes, boom. 12 o'clock come, you eat a cheese steak, wings, or pizza.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock come for dinner. You eating a steak, potato. I say you eating all that, right? Now, everything you ate take more, all the meat that you ate in the morning, the sausages and all that, take damn near 4 to 6 hours to digest, right? Now, you adding shit right on top of that at 12 o'clock. Cheesesteak, bread, and then you adding shit right on that at 11 o'clock. So when you go lay down to sleep, you wake up the next morning, you like, oh, fuck, man, you got a hard time getting up, this, and that, because you was asleep, but your digestive system's still working. You see what I mean? It's still working because they got food to digest. You know what I mean? So when you do the fasting, boom, I wake up 7 a.m., boom, you get your stretch on. First thing you want to do when you wake up is drink a bottle of water or a cup of water. That's the first thing you want to do. You want to get all your organs ready to go through the day. So you wake up, take some spring water, boom, gulp that spring water down. You know what I mean? After that, I go fruit, tea. So I might have a banana, or I might even do an oatmeal. Sometimes I might do an oatmeal in the morning. You know what I mean? I do an oatmeal in the morning. But other than that, I won't. I just get up, drink the water, I take my bitters, take my vitamin C, take my vitamin D, take some zinc. You know what I mean? There's all the shit that you need to fight for the COVID, to keep your immune system going on. Boom, get to work. I'll get a cup of tea. Boom, keep some fruit around. Eat the fruit. Around 12 o'clock, I'll go get a salad. You know what I mean? Might get a little bit of turkey in there, something like that, however you feel. Boom, eat the salad. Boom. And then by the time I get home, sometimes I might eat, sometimes I might don't. But I'm eating, during the day, you just want to eat like pistachios, pumpkin seeds, walnuts, just like, good type of, nuts and shit. Not saying nuts and, not somebody gonna twist it, but you just want to eat nuts, stuff like that. But that's the shit that builds your muscle. So you can take a whole bag of nuts and grind them up into a powder and make your own protein joint. Yeah, you can use that. You can use moringa powder. Man, it's a lot, bro. It's a lot.
Let me ask you about the importance of ginger. And garlic.
Ginger, man. Look, every day, I got some ginger tea. I take this shit every day. In the morning, I take it at night. In the morning, it warms your body up. So when you come out in that cold, you ain't as cold as you'll normally be. Ginger kills a lot of inflammation. Ginger, turmeric is another one. That turmeric is mean, yo. You can make a joint I tell everybody to do is get almond milk, mix it with some turmeric, put some black pepper in it. Drink it at night, drink it in the morning before you leave out. That keeps the inflammation from building in your body. So when you got pain, that ain't nothing but inflammation. You drink that turmeric shit, get that shit about like 5-6 minutes. Whew, that shit out the joint. That shit is out the window for real. Like, it's a lot of shit that I wish I would have knew when I was playing ball. Man, like the bone broth, for anybody that had knee injuries, ligaments, like me, I tore my MCL and all that. Man, bone broth. And what really made me think about what took me over the top with bone broth is when Kobe started using it at he popped his Achilles. The bone broth is what he took. Yeah, it was a big part. Every day you get that, put that bone broth in you every chance you get, and you can add your own little onions, celery. You put your own vegetables in it just to give it another flavor.
Now let me ask you for the guys that's gonna follow your instructions. What starter? Maybe they don't have enough to buy everything. But what they start with?
The first thing you want to do is detox.
Okay.
That's the first thing you want to do, because you could take all these herbs from the jump and you ain't seeing no results because your body is still filled with shit. When you see a person with a stomach all the way out, that ain't nothing but shit. That's all waste in your system right there. That's all, that whole stomach, that's waste. You're killing yourself. You feel what I mean? You're killing yourself with that. That's nothing but waste. So you want to detox, you want to clean yourself out. They got teas, they got you can do it with the bitters.
And how long should that be? How long the detox be?
Shit, I always tell people at least a week. At least a week, because I detox probably, I think I detox like at the end of the month, but I had to really fall off my wagon, like I ate too much wings, or you know what I mean, I just overdid it on the meat tip that year, because you can tell when you leave it alone and you start doing it again, you start feeling like the old you, and you be like, yeah, I know I gotta clean myself out. So you know what I mean, everybody should just start off with a detox. You got the 7-day cleanse, them pills, they work. Different detox teas, they work. The sea moss, the bitters, all of that stuff work. So the first thing you want to do is clean yourself out. And that whole week, you're going to be going through it. You're going to have headaches. You're going to have headaches, like little nagging shit. You know what I mean? Might even have a little attitude, because that's just your body coming off all that chemical shit that you've been eating. Your body is starting to weave itself off that. And once you finish out that week of that, then you start putting the things inside you to heal you. And the big thing about healing is all about what you eat. What you eat heals you and kills you. So it's all about putting them greens up in you, them dark, the spinach, the kale. You know what I mean? Definitely want to have them, put them greens up in you. Definitely. Even if you just got to do green smoothies. Like I tell a lot of people, yo, just do the smoothies, because it's going to fill you up.
And tell
you know
me,
what I mean? Take that.
What did it do to their sex life? Because you know it's another type of sex.
Man, listen. That's the only way I can get niggas
to
learn about some shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna definitely see and feel the benefits. You feel what I mean? Of taking natural herbs to cure things. That's why I say, like, erectile dysfunction. I tell everybody, that's why I tell you go to the hospital and get checked, because some people like, yo, my shit just ain't getting hard. But sometimes it can be your heart. Most of the time it is your heart not pumping enough blood.
Yeah.
You feel what I mean? So you can't be scared to hear about it, because it's things that you can do to prevent yourself from doing it. But if you're scared, you're gonna keep going on and on and on and on, and that time is just ticking till that thing just explode. You know what I mean? So as far as that area, man, it's herbs out here that you can take. Your henbane, which is a tree bark, ginseng, for men, black maca root. Man, the list goes on. They just something I could just name off the top of my head, but the list goes on. Horny goat weed, mushrooms, a lot of shit. I can't hear you. What you say?
You hear me now?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I was about to get. I'm gonna wait till we get off.
Go ahead.
Wait till we get
I
off.
can't hear you.
On Monday, on Mondays, you know what I'm saying? See how we talking? We should do it at least 15 minutes on health alone.
I'm cool with that.
You know what I'm saying? And,
yeah, I'm cool with that.
And put your stuff. You gotta put your stuff. You gotta put your stuff down. Because a lot of people just don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The more we talk about it, it's just gonna be a plus. You know what I mean?
And like I said, man, like I know it's a lot of guys out here selling sea moss. It's a lot of guys, you know, following things. But when you get into this health shit, it goes beyond just studying one person. And that's why exactly I tell you, just don't listen to what I say. Go do your research, because I might have missed something. Right. You know what I mean? I might have just named something where as though it might do something else that's good that I'm unaware about. But once you come to me with it, now I'm aware about it, and now I can do deeper research. You know what I mean? Just can't use Google all the time. Like my teacher told me, stop using Google all the time. You gotta pick up a book. You gotta pick up a book. And I don't know, I got my book. I probably left it home. I normally keep one on me, but I left it home. I left my goddamn book home. But like, I always in my bag, I always keep turmeric around. I always keep that shit around. Like turmeric is something you definitely want to go do your research on. And like I tell everybody, go do your research. You know what I mean? Just don't listen, go do your research. Because once you get into doing your research, then you're going to be more involved in your health. You feel what I mean? You're going to be like, damn, you're going to find something out like, damn. Then you're like, you know what? Well, since I'm here, let me go see what's this, what's the cause, and what's this. And you're going to get deep into it. Then you're going to understand the game. You know what I mean? Our health is about making money off of us. You know what I mean? So, like I tell people, man, yeah, you can come buy your products and shit from me, but if you do your own research, then what?
You'll end up learning how to do your own thing.
Learn how to do your own thing. You know what I mean? To some people, it's a hustle. And then some people, you know, it's a way of life. You feel what I mean? And I ain't got time to be playing with people's life, man. Like, I be seeing people selling sea moss, and they be like, you know, I'd be like, what strand of sea moss you got? They be like, Jamaica. I'd be like, that's not a strand. You know what I mean? You got Garcilaria, you got Umachima, you got so many different kinds. You feel what I mean? Then you got people that's calling Irish moss sea moss when they two different things. You feel what I'm saying? So just being educated about it. You know what I mean? I don't mind you doing what you're doing, but don't sell nobody nothing just and tell them some shit that you heard.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Go do the research, because like a lot of people don't know, if you're allergic to shellfish, you can't even take sea moss.
Wow.
So a motherfucker selling you sea moss, you're allergic to shrimps and seafood and shit, you go home, take that shit and have an allergic breakout. Now you're gonna make sea moss look bad to everybody, and you're gonna give it a bad name. You know what I mean? They mixing it with fruit. You can't mix it with fruit. If you mix it with fruit, you got a 30-minute window to take that shit. You can't mix it with fruit, sit it in the refrigerator, and drink that shit when you want to drink it. You feel what I mean? If you don't believe me, go do the research. You definitely find it. I was once like that too. Shit, man. That shit, you could do this, do that. And when my man showed me the proof, proved it to me on my face, I'm sitting up there like, wow, damn. Because what people fail to realize is sugar and fruit. And that sugar will kill some of the minerals that's in that sea moss. Yeah. It'll kill something in there. So if you're going to do it, you got to do it within that 30-minute window.
So, yeah, you should never kill. Because I put some of my my sea moss inside my insure. Because it, you know, sea moss really don't have no taste, but it got that little sea taste. But I know the insure got a little bit of sugar in it because I can taste it.
Right.
Even with, I just do it because I like you take all my vitamins at one time type shit. But what you're saying to me now is chill, take your just basically give it some time in between before I take before I take both. Like, don't mix it no more.
Which one? Is your insure?
Yeah. Don't mix it with my yeah.
I had to do a study on that one about mixing it with milk, because I never, you know what I mean? You know what milk is though, right?
Yeah, that's cow piss. Cow puck.
Right. So if I tell anybody you do almond milk, and it's easy to make your own almond milk. Your almond milk is so fucking easy to make your own almond milk. All you do is you soaking any type of nuts you got, almond, cashew milk. You just soaking that shit in water till it get real soft, blending it with water, and then you add in like a teaspoon of vanilla flavor or agave, which is a natural sweetener other than sugar. You got agave, it look like honey, but it's a natural sweetener. You can add that with it and make your own milk, make your own almond milk. You feel what I mean? And you can mix your shit with that. But I gotta look at the ingredients and the insures, but 9 times you probably okay, but I just gotta look at the ingredients and the insure just to find out. Because the insure, it do gains weight, but like, you know, with everything it's a side effect. Mostly with everything unnatural, it's a side effect. You know, even some natural things got side effects. Some herbs can mix with these herbs. You know what I mean? And like I tell everybody, when you're doing smoothies, when you're doing a smoothie, use one fruit. Okay. Don't put your grapes, apples, oranges. Don't put all that shit in there, because all of them, your body digests all of them different fruits differently.
Now, let my wife do that. Like, berries, strawberries,
You want to stick to one fruit.
Okay.
Yeah, try to stick to one fruit. And this is all scientific facts. Like, this is all facts. You can go look that shit up yourself. And it's crazy because the deeper you go in, the shit you find out. And I'm like, damn, I'm doing smoothies like this, and that. And I've really supposed to just been doing one fruit? Like, wow. Didn't know. So,
Dontay, because we ain't gonna give them everything. We're gonna be back on Monday with some more. But before we get out of here, other people where they can go find your movie at, find the movie that you was in.
Unwilling is still out there. They just got a deal signed for that, so we just waiting on the date for we'll be in all stores and all streaming platforms. We just waiting to hear back the date. What y'all guys saw when I put the sneak peek up of the trailer on there, we are debating. Well, the director is just trying to see if people interested in it, and we trying to see the response from the trailer, and then we'll start finishing that project. Another project we did got picked up. We also waiting for that one to get distribution from that. And yeah, that's mainly it, man. The other joints, I forgot the name of it. The streaming, it's one in, I think it's Tubi or Tube something. Dude got